Line 3. Now we're going to talk about doing a 3 by 3. Okay, so we're going to have 3 equations and 3 variables instead of a 2 by 2. Now, you can do elimination a couple times, all right, and it's a little complicated sometimes and it takes a little time, all right, but I'm going to show you how to do it just so you're exposed to the correct way of doing it, all right. Then I'm going to show you an easier way using the calculator. Okay. So you got to look at this and decide what you want to get rid of first. Right now, it looks like y would be easy to get rid of, z would be easy to get rid of. Makes no difference. Okay. I could multiply the first one by 2 and cancel the y with the third one. I could multiply the second one by -3 and cancel it with the first or third one. It really makes no difference. So let's go there. Whoops. So I'm going to multiply this by -3. That's going to give me 9x minus 6y minus 3z equals -63. And then I'm going to move this one just right over. And again, I could cancel now with either the first or the third. It makes no difference. I'm going to just go with the first. -2x plus y plus 3z equals 20. Now, when I add these, I get 7x minus 5y, this cancels, equals -43. Now, I'm actually going to do it again with the third one. So I'm going to take my 9x minus 6y plus 32, sorry, minus 3z, I don't know what I'm thinking, minus 3z equals -63. And then I'm going to add the third one, 3x minus 2y plus 3z equals -9. Now when I do that, again, z's are going to cancel. Now I'm going to get 12x minus 8y equals -72. Right. Now, I have 2 equations with just x and y. But 7 doesn't go into 12 and 5 doesn't go into 8. So what do? Well, now I need to cancel either the x or the y. I'm going to go with, they're both positive x's and negative y's, so I'm going to get rid of my x's. So I'm going to multiply this. First number 7 and 12 going to is just 84. So I'm going to multiply this by 12 and get 84x minus 60y equals, hold on, don't know that one off the top of my head, -516. Now, I'm going to multiply this by -7 because I want the x's to cancel. Grab my x here. -84x. -7 times -8 is positive 56. And then -7 times -72 is positive 504. So, the x's cancel when I add this. I'm going to get -4y equals -12. When I divide by that, I get y is 3. And now I've solved for one variable. Now, to find x, I plug that 3 into one of these 2 equations. So I'll do it right here. 12x minus 8 times 3 equals -72. 12x minus 24 equals -72. I'm going to add 24. 12x equals 48. Divide by 12, x equals 4. Now that I have x and y, I can go back to one of my original equations and plug those in. So I'm going to go to the first one. -2 times x, which is 4, plus y, which is 3, plus 3z equals 20. So negative 8, right here, negative 8 plus 3 is negative 5, plus 3z equals 20. Add 5. Just realize I made a mistake. I apologize. I'm going to get negative 48 here, which gives me negative 4. That changes everything. So that means I'm going to get positive 8 plus 3 is 11 plus 3z equals 20. If I subtract 11, I get 3z equals 9. Z equals 3. And now I write my answer in x, y, z form. Negative 4, comma, 3, comma, 3. And that's my x, y, z. But it's going to be a lot easier to do this using the calculator. So we're going to use what's called a matrix. And a matrix is the easy way of displaying data in rows and columns. It's rectangular, okay, array of numbers. Now, we always do it in rows times columns. So just remember RC. Whether it's RC Cola or remote control, but remember RC. So you always say the rows and then the columns first, second. So this is 2 rows and 4 columns. Row, row, column, 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 column. I just think columns, if you think about a building, columns support the roof maybe of a structure, so they're up and down. So that's a 2 by 4. So we're going to take the one we just did, number 1, and we're going to use the calculator to do this. Now, here are some nice pictures, but I'm actually going to take you through using the calculator, and you can refer back to the picture, but I want you to actually see it in action. All right? So you turn it on. Clear out what you got here. Okay? Now, as it says, you're going to enter the matrix. You press second matrix. And matrix on this one is right here. It's kind of blurry. So there's your matrices. Okay? Now, to enter the elements, you just pick A, so you hit enter. Whoops, hit the wrong thing, sorry. So second matrix, and I have to go over to edit, of course. So I go over to edit, just like we were doing stats, and I put it in my dimensions. So the one we're doing is at 3 by 4. Why? Look at this. We have 1, 2, 3 rows, and 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. Okay? Now, when we said earlier we're doing 3 by 3 matrices, well, we have 3 variables, 3 unknowns, and 3 sentences. But since we have equals, it's a 3 by 4. So we put 3, go over by 4. And then we just put our numbers in the way we see them. So negative 2, enter. 1, enter. And so forth. Negative 3, 2, 1, 21, 3, negative 2, 3, negative 9. Okay? So we're on the second page of notes now. We've just entered this all in, and now we hit second quit. Now we go back into matrix. Second matrix. Then we're going to go over to math, and we're going to go down. Well, actually, I'm going to go up. It's faster that way. And we're going to go to B, R, R, E, F. And you just choose enter. And these instructions are step-by-step with pictures. Okay? And now, we're going to tell it, let's look in the matrix, second matrix, and we're going to just choose A. And you hit enter. And there, as you can see, the printout here, right here is my actual answer. Negative 4, 3, 3 in X, Y, Z format. All right? So that's the same problem that we took all that time to do. Elimination, elimination, elimination. That's how quick you can do it with the calculator. And we're not going to require you to do the long way. You can use the calculator from start to finish. Okay? So, now we're just going to do this. Okay? So you can just follow along here. I don't know why this is not moving. Here we go. Okay. So, don't forget that these are always ones. Negative 1, positive 1. You might want to draw those in if you have trouble remembering that. So, we're going to go into matrix. We're going to edit. Now this is a 3 by 4 again, so all I have to do is hit enter, use my right button to get down into the matrix, and now I just change the numbers. 1, 2, 1, 8, 2. You can see them change as I go through. 1, negative 1, 1, 1, 3, 7. How quick and easy that is. So if something got mixed up. Oh, I missed something somewhere. So let's go back. So negative 9, that should be my 7. Hit enter. I'm going to go back over here. That should be my 3. Enter. That should be a 1. I'm not sure what happened. I missed something somewhere. So that's 1, 1, 3, 7. 2, 1, negative 1. Oh, that's where my error was. I didn't get that. There's my 4. So you can see how you can play around and make sure that your numbers are in here. 1, 2, 1, 8. Okay? Now, quit. Go back into matrix. Go over to math. Go up to B. Enter. Tell it to look at A. And hit enter. And there's my answer, 1, 3, 1. So you just come here and write 1, 3, 1. Now, we will ask you to show what's called the augmented matrix, and that's just writing out what we entered in the calculator. It's a good place to start first. Just write down your numbers. This is how you show your work for this problem. And that's what you know to put in. Okay? So, this one's an interesting one, number 2. Okay, we have 1, 5, 3, 4. Notice we have no x, so we put a 0 here. 4, negative 1, 3, 6, negative 2, 4, 0. Now we just get our handy dandy calculator out. Second matrix. Over to edit. Enter. Go down to the matrix and put my numbers in. I already have a 1 there. I hit 5, enter. And I hit 3, enter. And I'm making sure this time that everything's moving along correctly. Now on my second line, that's my 0. 4. Negative 1. And 3. Last row. 6. That's not 6. That's a 6. Negative 2. 4. Last but not least, 0. Quit. Go down to matrix. Go over to math. Enter. Whoops. Did something wrong. Go to matrix. Go to math. Oh, I forgot to go up to B. RREF. Go back in and tell it to look in A. Hit enter. And there's my answer. 0.25, 0.75, and 0. And so I write 0.25 in that order. 0.75 and 0. And yes, you can have decimal answers. That's perfectly fine. Now, I want to show you what an infinite looks like. Infinite is when everything overlaps. So here's my augmented matrix for this one. It's going to be 2, negative 1, 3, and 5. Negative 6, 3, negative 9, and negative 15. 4, negative 2, 6, and 10. And in the calculator, matrix, edit. It's still 3 by 4. I'm good to go. So I put my numbers in. 2, -1, 3, 5, -6, 3, -9, -15, 4, -2, 6, and 10. Go to matrix, math, go up to RREF, tell it to look again in matrix A, hit enter. Okay, I just realized why I got an error, because I forgot to quit out. So if you see how it says R, well, it doesn't even show up because I did the error. I didn't clear it out first. So you gotta hit quit and come back into matrix. I think I had an extra line in there. So go over to math, go up to RREF, tell it to look in A, run my matrix. Now, when you get this set up like this, and you get zeros all in the bottom two rows, you just need to know that that's infinite solutions. Okay? So when you have a setup where all your numbers end up on the top row, and you have zeros in the second row and third row, that is an infinite solution. Now let's look at 4. This has no solution. Let's see what this looks like. So we have 3, 24, 9, and 9. 1, -8, -3, and 37. And 2, -16, -6, and 75. That's what I'm going to put in my calculator. So I go to matrix. I go over to edit. Go into my matrix, and I want to change the numbers to 3, 24, 9, 9, 1, -8, -3, 37, 2, -16, -6, and 75. Quit out so you don't have any errors. Go back into matrix, over to math, RREF, tell it to look A, okay? When you get this set up, we have 0, 0, 1 in the right column. That means you have no solution. Just 2 things you have to memorize. Now, do you think this will work on a 2x2 system? You betcha. Okay? My augmented matrix is going to be 3, 5, and 96. 1, 1, and 22. The only thing is, how many rows do I have? 2. How many columns? 3. So when I go to my calculator now, instead of a 3x4, I have to go over and edit. But now I'm putting in a 2x3. And I put my numbers in. 3, 5, 96, 1, 1, 22. Quit out. Go back into matrix. Math. RREF. Look in A. And there's my answer. 7, 15. Time saver.